All right, so how do you even begin to wrap your head around a technology that's changing, well, everything? Sometimes the best way is to just zoom in on a single 24-hour period. In this explainer, we're going to unpack the events of just one day, October 22nd, 2025, a day that perfectly captures the wild, contradictory, and frankly paradoxical moment we're in with AI. And this quote, it just nails it. This is the core conflict we're going to explore. It's not that we had a breakthrough one week and then worried about it the next. No. The key phrase here is in lockstep. We're talking about breathtaking progress and deep escalating alarm happening at the exact same moment, on the exact same day. It's a story of two powerful forces pulling in opposite directions.
Okay, so let's start with part one, the sheer mind-bending speed of it all. This is the thesis, the unstoppable momentum that makes it feel like we're strapped to a rocket.
On this one day, get this, Google announced a quantum computing breakthrough. Their new algorithm did a task 13,000 times faster than the world's most powerful supercomputers. Now, this isn't just about making things faster. This signals a whole new era where quantum computers and AI start to work together, feeding each other in this crazy, powerful feedback loop. And of course, where there's that kind of progress, the money follows. And I mean, it really follows. For the first time in history, more than half of all venture capital, all that money funding the future, is pouring into AI startups. The entire global innovation engine is reorienting itself around this one single technology.
And here's what that looks like on the ground. $250 million. That's the funding a single startup called Sesame raised, just like that. They're making voice-powered AI smart glasses, betting big that the next way we talk to computers isn't going to be through a keyboard or a screen, but just by, well, talking.
And listen, this isn't just about flashy startups anymore. This stuff is getting baked right into the foundations of huge established companies. We're talking Netflix using it to power search, S&P Global trusting it to analyze high-stakes financial docs, and OpenAI basically taking on Google with its own AI-native browser. AI is no longer a feature, it's becoming the whole product.
Okay, so everything's accelerating, the money's flowing, sounds amazing, right? Well, here's the other side of the coin. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And that brings us to the first part of the antithesis, the brutal physical price tag of all this digital magic. You know, we love to think of AI as just code, floating around weightlessly in the cloud, right? But the truth is, every single one of those algorithms, all that data, it depends completely on the world on the right, the world of concrete, steel, and massive power grids. This is where the digital dream collides with a very hard physical wall.
Just look at this number, $5 billion. And that's not a company's valuation. That's the price tag for a single 15-year lease on a massive new AI factory in North Dakota. The sheer scale of the physical infrastructure we need to build for this stuff is just staggering.
And to put that into perspective, this one campus, this one building, could guzzle as much electricity as a small city. All of it dedicated to just one thing, powering AI. This isn't some hidden cost in the background anymore. This is industrial-scale energy demand, front and center.
And you might think, okay, that's a problem for the tech giants. But it's not. According to a report from the Payne Institute that came out that very same day, this voracious appetite for energy is being passed directly to us. It's showing up right on your electricity bill. So you've got this massive physical squeeze, but that's just one half of the backlash. The other half is maybe even scarier. It's the fact that we seem to be losing our grip. It's a full-blown crisis of governance and control.
18 minutes. Think about that. According to a new report from Ernst & Young, that's how long it takes for a hacker, powered by AI, to take over an entire corporate network once they get inside. That window used to be over an hour. At this speed, our traditional ideas about cybersecurity are just broken. And here's the really tricky part. It's a double-edged sword. The same AI that can help a programmer build a fantastic new app can also write malicious code for a hacker. Every single amazing advance automatically creates a powerful new weapon for bad actors. And if you want to know how serious this has gotten, just look at who is sounding the alarm. You have people from complete opposite ends of the universe. I mean, political strategist Steve Bannon and Geoffrey Hinton, one of the godfathers of AI, signing the same letter, calling for a halt. When people who agree on absolutely nothing else agree on this one risk, you know it's profound. So, wow.
On one side, you've got this rocket ship of progress. On the other, you have these huge, heavy anchors of physical limits and a terrifying crisis of control. How do you square that circle? Well, it turns out all these conflicting stories actually fit together into a framework for understanding this paradox. The events of this one day point to three fundamental tensions that are shaping everything. First, the acceleration governance gap. Second, the digital-physical convergence. And third, the power paradox. Let's break each one down.
First up, that acceleration governance gap. This is the chasm between Google's 13,000x quantum leap and the fact that cyberattacks now happen in just 18 minutes. To put it simply, our ability to build this technology is running way ahead of our ability to secure, regulate, or even fully understand it.
Second, the digital-physical convergence. This is where the cloud meets the ground hard. That $5 billion AI factory and our rising electricity bills are the proof. The future of AI is no longer just about clever algorithms. It's being shaped by the very real limits of power grids, water rights, and supply chains. And finally, we've got the power paradox. On one hand, you have these immense centralizing forces. Think about all that VC money and those giant data centers. Power is consolidating. But at the exact same time, you've got powerful open-source tools that are decentralizing this technology, putting it in the hands of everyone. So, is AI concentrating power or spreading it out? The answer, weirdly, is both. All of which brings us to one final, crucial question. Look, the debate about if AI will change everything is over. That train has left the station. The real question, the one that ties all these tensions together, is this: on whose terms will that transformation happen?